Hey guys, welcome back to another video on my channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you what I'm going to make for dinner. And for tonight's dinner, I'm going to make meatloaf. So for the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and preheat the oven to 350. So hang on one second. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and preheat our oven to 350, which I've already done. And now we're just waiting for it to preheat. So while we're waiting for the oven to preheat, we're gonna go ahead to our next step. So for our ingredients, we're gonna need some ground beef, our 1 cup of Ritz crackers. I have a few big chunks in it because I like to have a few, chunks in it. So if y'all don't want the big chunks in yours, just like crush it up even finer. I think that's the word. Correct me if I'm wrong. Our 1 teaspoon of salt, our half teaspoon of garlic powder, and our half teaspoon of pepper. So I just put it in the same bowl. And yeah, our brown sugar. So if you measured it right, it should look like a sandcastle like this, but I ran out for the last one, so that's why the last one looks like that. So that's why there's 2 sandcastles instead of 3. But so that's 3/4 cup of brown sugar, our 1 egg that's beaten, our 1 cup of milk, and then our half cup of ketchup. Oh, and also our onions. So that's about, let me see, I don't know how much because I didn't really like cut up a lot because yeah, it was making me cry. So that's how much I have. I don't know how much this amount of onions this is, but about this amount, or more depending on if y'all want to add more. But this is sweet onions, by the way, guys. So for our next step, it says to coat a loaf pan with cooking spray, but I actually don't have a loaf pan and I also don't have cooking spray, so I'm just going to use this baking dish that I have right here. It works pretty well. I think I used this before the last time I made meatloaf. This is the size reference for anybody wondering. But yeah, that's what I'm going to use. So now we're going to go ahead and grease it. So since I don't have cooking spray, I'm going to be using this butter. So I'm just going to take this brush and then just, coat it. Make sure everything's coated. So when we put in our meat mixture later on, and then when we cook it, it won't stick later on. Okay, y'all. So now since we preheated our oven, we coated our baking dish of choice. Well, yeah, just coated our baking dish. We're gonna go ahead and make our actual meat mixture for the meatloaf. So first we're gonna go ahead and add in our ground beef. So now we're just gonna combine the ground beef with all the seasonings. So yeah, hopefully this is a good angle for you guys. Hopefully y'all can see everything that I'm doing, but if not, and if the video quality isn't that great for you guys, just let me know and I'll do a redo video for you in the near future, or I'll try to improve my quality on my future videos. So yeah, just let me know because I'm still learning, so y'all correcting me is gonna help me out a whole lot. So we're always here for improvements. So yeah, so here's our 3 pounds of ground beef. The recipe actually called for 2, but I just have this 3 pounds of ground beef, so that's what I'm going to use. Before I do anything, I'm going to go ahead and wash my hands before I touch anything else, since I did touch the raw meat. Okay, guys, so since my hands are nice and clean right now, we're gonna go ahead and add in our stuff. So the first step is we're gonna pour in our Ritz crackers. I'll be sure to add everything in the description down below, so check there for the recipe and step by step. So now, since we just poured in our crackers, now our egg, our milk, and then our ketchup. Let me get a spoon so I can make sure we get everything out. Okay, that's good enough. See, I got most of it out. Hopefully the lighting's also not too dark, but yeah. So now that we have our crackers, our egg, our milk, our ketchup, we're gonna go ahead and add in our onion. This is the first actual time that I'm cooking with onion, so yeah. I actually like onions. It gives it like so much flavor in your cooking. So I'm gonna start using it a little bit more since I actually do like onions, just sweet onions, not other onions, but yeah, I thought I'd just say that. Our salt, our pepper, and garlic powder. Now that we have everything in the bowl, we're just gonna combine everything together. So I have my wooden spoon, so now I'm just gonna go ahead and make sure everything is combined together. So can y'all see that? So since it's coming up to like holidays are coming up, it's starting to become into the baking season, so expect more baking videos on my channel because I love to bake and that's just one of my favorite things to do. So I'll probably bake a lot more treats for you guys and I'll film it, of course. And also I might cook, you know, holiday dishes if I find something that I seem like it sounds appetizing or looks appetizing. I might do that. But I just love the holiday season. Also, I'm gonna start my Christmas wish list soon, so I might film a video for that because every year I see a lot of people like doing what's on my Christmas wish list or Christmas wish list ideas to help people out of what to put on their wish list. So I kind of want to do that since those seem to be the most popular videos. It's one of the most popular. I'm trying to find like popular videos to film so like, you know, it's out there. So yeah, but hang on, I'll be back and I will show you when it's all mixed together. So this is what it's looking like so far and I'll be back. Okay guys, so this is what it should look like when everything's thoroughly combined. So now we're ready to pour the mixture into our prepared baking dish. So okay, so the angle that I had my phone set on, it kind of got messed up, but anyways, we're gonna go ahead and pour in our mixture into our baking dish. So I'll show you a close-up in a minute. Okay, so here's the close-up, and now we're just gonna go ahead and spread it evenly, make sure it's evenly into the baking. Okay, so I have the mixture like evenly spread into the baking dish. So now we're gonna place this baking dish on top of a baking sheet, so in case it does kind of splatter, it's on the baking sheet and not into the oven, so it doesn't cause like a slight, you know, fire or hazard or something like that. So we're gonna go ahead and put this baking dish on a baking sheet and then stick it into the oven, into our preheated oven for 1.5 Okay, so like so, I thought I would show you just to make sure y'all understood what I was saying. But anyways, it's ready to be put into our preheated oven. Okay guys, so now that we have our meatloaf like in the oven, we're gonna go ahead and make our sauce mixture. So for our sauce mixture, we're gonna need 3/4 cup of ketchup, our brown sugar, and Worcestershire sauce. I literally can't say that word, but here's for reference. Hang on, let me switch y'all around. Okay, so I went ahead and switched y'all around. So this is what it says to do. In a small bowl, combine your 3/4 cup of ketchup, brown sugar, and that sauce. Okay, so in this bowl, we have our brown sugar, our ketchup, and our Worcestershire sauce, and we're just gonna mix it well. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Oh, I also forgot to mention, but I added 1 tablespoon of honey, so yeah. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead and spread half of this mixture evenly over the meatloaf when it's halfway through the baking. So about when it hits the 45-minute mark, we're gonna go ahead and put the sauce on it. So we're just gonna set it aside for now and then, you know, put it on our meatloaf. Okay, so we're a little bit past our halfway mark, but anyways, we're gonna go ahead and put on our Here's our sauce, and now I'm just gonna spread it around and then put it back into the oven. So I'll show you before I put it in the oven, but yeah, here's what it's looking like so far. Hopefully y'all can see that. And yeah, now it's time to put it back into the oven. Okay, so now our meatloaf is done, and so we're just gonna let it cool down for now before we cut it.